Hi, welcome. It's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy. Brand new product again. It's a busy time of the year, and this time it's the new Callaway Rogue Driver. Now, Callaway have launched three heads here. We've got Rogue Draw, and then Sub-Zero Rogue. So we're going to start off with a standard Rogue driver head here. So obviously Epic last year, 2017, was hugely popular. It's a driver that made it into my bag in terms of the Sub-Zero one. Great performing driver. We did a lot of fittings here at the Academy. And now obviously they introduced Rogue. Now when this first was announced that they were going to make a driver, I was thinking it was going to sit underneath Epic. But price wise this is the same as Epic, and it's going to sit alongside it. So it isn't a direct replacement for Epic. Epic is still going to continue in 2018. I imagine it's going to fizzle out probably into mid-season in a way. I've got a feeling Rogue is really going to take over in terms of sales. So, having a look at the driver here, we've got the similar technology that we've got in Epic. So we've got Jailbreak here, which has been refined slightly, improved. Slightly different sole system. The back track that we had in Epic has now gone. Okay, so it's just a fixed weight at the back of the golf club here in terms of the head. And we're seeing a larger footprint. Okay, so Callaway is saying this is more forgiving, faster ball speeds with improved jailbreak technology. Again, I'm a firm believer in the jailbreak. I think it's a great technology. We definitely saw some ball speed gains last year with Epic, so it'll be really interesting to see how Rogue steps up to it. I'm not sure it's going to be a huge increase again, but you know, might be little sort of slight margins here. But Callaway are definitely saying this is more straighter hitting golf club. MOI has increased. They've saved some weight on the carbon here, so that's got lighter. The bars of the Jailbreak have actually gone thinner, so again they've saved some weight there, and they're repositioning this weight towards the back of the golf club. So ultimately a more forgiving driver is what they're sort of saying, which obviously again we'll test this out. Great looking club as always from Callaway here. You know, you've got that sort of gloss front top crown, which then blends into that carbon as you go into the back of the head. You've got this new blue colour in here, like a teal blue, which we see that little gap, bit of line around the back of the head here, which just frames it quite nicely. Still got your sort of speed bumps on the top here, which is aerodynamics. Still got obviously your neck sleeve here where you can dial in loft and face angle. So we're going to hit some shots here on GC2, give you some idea of its performance, a little bit of feedback from myself in terms of how it feels, how it looks down by the golf ball, and then we'll go look at some numbers and see how it performs. Okay, so as I sit that down by the golf ball, behind the ball there, definitely, as I mentioned just before, a large footprint there, a lot more longer from the face to the back edge of the golf club, so definitely a sort of confidence-inspiring head as you put that down by the golf ball. First thing that really jumps out to me as I sit it down, it sits absolutely square as my eye can sort of see, which I absolutely love. I don't like drives that when you're sitting down, sit toed in, hate that. Obviously that can be a benefit to some golfers out there, maybe slice the golf ball, and possibly where the draw head would come into it. It's quite interesting where they've lost the back track here, and Callaway is sort of saying that track didn't get really used a lot, and if it did, it was always into that draw sort of setting, generally that golfer who slices it wants that sort of help. So I think where the draw head will come into it, I think is a great move from Callaway, because that'll hit a lot of golfers who are looking to get that club face closing down or squaring up coming through impact. So the fact that this Rogue, the standard Rogue head, sits absolute square is for me is great. Okay, so as I say, loving the look of this. So I'll get this first one hit. See how the new Rogue feels. Wow. Well, that was a great start. Okay, I've absolutely nailed that. That felt really good. Probably first instincts down sound, maybe just a tiny bit louder than Epic. I'll maybe have to do a little bit direct comparison there. It wasn't really loud by any means. It was a very nice sort of sound to me, a very clicky, sort of slightly muted clicky sound, if that makes sense, but really solid sound. The flight on that was superb. Okay, that was a touch heely. That didn't quite get all of that. And yeah, just dropping off a little bit of distance. That was a little bit heel strike, which is where I'll probably miss it more than anything. Yeah, and spin's gone up there, so again, that's more strike than anything. See, that's just pushed slightly right of sort of target there. So feel-wise, it feels good. It feels really sort of solid. The sound of it I like. It's a little bit louder than Epic. It'd be interesting to see what Sub-Zero sounds like. I'm guessing that might sound a little bit more muted again. But look-wise, it sits great. I love the fact it sits nice and square at address. It looks very confidence-inspiring with the size of the head there. But the flight-wise looks really quite sort of powerful there, which is great. Yeah, again, tiny bit towards the heel for me. Just pushed it out slightly there. Not a bad strike at all. I'm guessing again that'll just sneak that spin up again purely through my strike there. So yeah, spun just under 3,000 there, so a little bit high. Now I have got this in a hazardous 6.5 here, which is a low spin sort of shaft option. Now Callaway are offering a lot of shaft options through custom fit, which we have all here at the academy, and some now which are shorter in length, which I think is a great thing for efficiency. A lot of golfers just maybe going shorter in driver length, just to really help on strike here. So this is just a standard length, more low sort of spin, but you can see there the spin can creep up just through me missing strikes. So strike, obviously, as we all know, it plays a massive part as to how the ball comes off the club face in terms of speed, but also how you control that sort of spin number for you as an individual of how you deliver that golf club. Okay, so we're going to hit the last one here, and I'm going to check some numbers out in a little bit more detail. It does sit really good behind the golf ball, very classy looking golf compass. That felt great. That's probably definitely the best strike of the lot there. That felt really solid. Yeah, and there's my numbers. There's that 300 mark just tipped over there. Definitely, again, I'm going to look at strike possibly on that one because that felt higher up in the face, and I know I get my best numbers when I get that ball. What to me feels like it's higher up in that club face. It probably was still maybe middle there, but to me, my miss hit is low in the face. It's a killer for me with the spin. That was definitely a better strike there. You can see, well, I could see the ball flight was just a tiny bit higher, but really quite sort of powerful, which is where that carry comes from. My spin gets controlled, and that's where it tips over that 300 mark for me as an individual. Okay, great. Let's go and have a look at those numbers in a little bit more detail and see how Rogue is performing for me. Okay, so let's just have a look at some numbers. So club head speed around 114 mark there. So not my fastest, to be honest, but it is a bit of a cold day. I've got a few layers on here, so probably not swinging as quick as possible what I normally would do. So 161, ball speed's a little bit down on average there, but again, the sort of miss hits have just dragged that bit of speed off. So 164, 165 mark is probably generally where I'll see myself. So a little bit down there, but I know that's through strikes. The middle two there I didn't get, you know, strike-wise were a little bit low on the face. So we'll just have a little look at, say, that second one. Just see where I struck it. There you go. That's typically my miss hit, slightly low in the face. So I know I'm going to give up a bit of ball speed there. Smash, you see, comes down a little bit there, so it's not quite as efficient there. Path and hitting up is all good. Loft delivery is all good, but just not getting the strike that I'm sort of wanting to. Last shot hit there. There you go. So that, to me, felt like a high-in-the-face strike. And it's still, if anything, slightly lower, probably ideal. If I was top side of that yellow box, absolutely on the money. I'm dropping another 300-400 revs off my spin. Smash will go up even more. You know, my distance will creep out a little bit more. So, you know, that is definitely more than me. I've got to work on my strike a little bit here. But look at these numbers here. Launch at 9, spinning an average at 2.8. So you can see there's that high spinning one, the middle two there a little bit higher. So decent strikes there at 2.5 and 2.4. Again, slightly higher in the face. I could shade that down at 2.2 possibly. That's a decent spinning sort of number there. Be interested to see what Sub-Zero does for me there with the weight CG placement being slightly different there. If I can get that spin down, for me personally, it's a winner for me. So averaging out at 2.88. Again, good hits, 296, 301. Okay guys, so there we have it, Callaway Rogue Driver. So for me, great looking club, look-wise, ticks all the boxes. It's a bigger appearance, you know, which I don't mind. You know, I do like the smaller compact head, but at the same time I don't mind that big appearance. The big fact to me, it sits really square. That's a big plus for me personally. Again, not everybody wants to see that. Some guys want to see that sitting on maybe a little bit closed, depending on the shot shape they're trying to hit. But obviously we've now got that draw driver to sort of maybe fit that category there. So the fact this sits really square is great. It looks really, classic, quality looking finish on it with that gloss finish, blending into that carbon, I think looks superb. It's great from the bottom there in terms of look wise. Obviously there's a lot of shaft options here. The key is for you guys to obviously go and get fit. There's lots of obviously loft options, face settings, shaft options, length options. You've got 3 heads to go at, so there's only one way to do this, is obviously go and get fit with a good fitter with a Callaway fitting centre, which has got all the options like we do here at Lytham Golf Academy. Okay. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Do comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the new Rogue. Is this going to, if you've got Epic, would you look to sort of change into Rogue? I don't know. I think Epic's a great driver. You'd obviously have to go and test it, maybe see a little bit more forgiveness possibly with Rogue against Epic, maybe a little bit straighter. I don't know. You'd have to test this yourself. I think if any guys who've got a driver older than Epic, definitely go and give Rogue a try. I think it's a great performing driver. A little bit more fine tuning for me to that one, but I think Sub-Zero will suit me a little bit better there, but we'll see. That video will be coming very shortly. Okay, as I say, thanks for watching, guys. Please do hit that subscribe button, comment down below, follow me on social media platform links, which are all in the description down below, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.